Yo, Wagwan, we're back with another video for your head tops, and the biggest update to Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash is here. We have new characters, new maps, new story mode, and most importantly, balance patch changes. This is a big update, so you can expect a few videos going over everything you need to know about this latest update. My voice is a little bit messed up because I've been shouting for bare long during streams and stuff, so just allow me in it. But today, we're going to take a look at the balance changes, as almost every character has been tweaked in some way. There'll be chapters below so you can skip through to whichever characters you care about. Some of the changes are surprising, and it's a good sign that we're even getting a balance patch with this DLC update. I will be hosting 2 vs 2 tournaments soon, so make sure you smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss it when I announce the signups. Enough of the waffling, let's get into the action. First, we'll start with the interface changes. They spruce things up a bit, and the HUDs look a little bit more shinier than usual. They also changed the character select screen and even added a new theme which shows off stuff from the hidden inventory arc. It also sounds like we got a new OST too. And it sounds pretty cool. Now let's get into the character changes. Yuji and Eso got some minor adjustments which aren't really balance changes but bug fixes. So we're not really going to focus on those two. I'll link the patch notes in the description below so you can have a look through yourself. Starting with Megumi. He's been mostly buffed because in the old patch you couldn't use Toad Launch or Toad Draw after using the double spin kick attack. But now you can combo into those attacks, allowing for more mix-up. His flying double attack and mid-air spin kick has had the knockdown reduced, allowing for easy follow-ups. His 10 Shadows technique uses more cursed energy when you attack with a Shikigami, and now the Shikigami are more likely to flinch when they're hit. Nobara remains look away as she's been somewhat nerfed. They've extended the range of her Nail Barrage attack, but her big swing attack has been nerfed as the homing distance has been reduced and how long it takes to get the attack off has been slowed down. Her hairpin technique also puts opponent in an invincible state when damage is dealt and they are knocked down. Maki has been nerfed in terms of damage. The 1 damaging attack she has had its damage reduced at level 1 and level 2. The knockback of her sword combo attacks, Cleave and Strike, have been increased, meaning that it's harder to follow up, and the range of the homing attack has been reduced. They did, however, buff her block and counter moves. The up and down versions have less delay after doing them, allowing for easier follow-up attacks. My boy Inumaki has been buffed. When he uses Cursed Speech, the throat gauge consumption is reduced and the cursed energy recovery speed is increased the lower the throat gauge is. They've also sped up how quickly his blast away attack comes out, and his stop attack uses less throat gauge, as well as it affecting the opponent differently depending how close you are to said opponent when you use your Cursed Speech. They've also increased the speed of his counter too. Panda has been buffed, making him way more viable. All of these buffs are for when he's in gorilla mode. Panda Crush now has increased range. Panda Tackle can now wall bounce for combo follow-ups, and Gorilla Upper has increased range too. And the biggest buff to Panda is that he can remain in gorilla mode for longer because he uses less cursed energy in that mode. This could be huge for Panda. Gojo mains are in the dirt right now. He's been nerfed. His barrage attack has way less tracking now. The startup frames on his move knockdown has been increased. His spinning kick flurry attack has more startup frames. Most importantly, when someone is invincible, they cannot be blued anymore. They did also tweak his red, so if you do a non-fully charged red attack, it now has more recovery frames. Nanami has been buffed, by the way, making it easier to get the timing on his ratio technique. So if you've been struggling with Nanami's ratio techniques, it will now be easier to get those critical hits off. They also increased the falling speed of his shockwave attack, making that move way more viable. But his curse technique too has been nerfed, as it uses more cursed energy at level 2 and level 3. Todo has had a big nerf to his damage output. His barrage attacks damage has been reduced at all levels. And now if you perfect guard any of Todo's stone throw attacks, he won't automatically go into his next combo move. And the same goes for his kick away. Mahito has had his damage nerfed in his body repel technique. Also, his joint attack now has more recovery frames. His idle transfiguration passive has been buffed, so it does more damage and takes less hits to activate the damage during combos. His cursed alien babies also now directly run for the opponent. Sometimes they would do like loops and stuff, so now they're more targeted on the opponent. They balance Jogo by making him stronger in his domain expansion, but slightly weaker outside of it. His damage has been reduced at all levels to his cursed technique too, but now he also needs less cursed energy for his domain expansion. And when he's in his domain expansion, his shooting range has increased and he has less recovery frames for his cursed techniques. So Jogo still will probably be a problem. Hanami has had a balance by making the wooden balls more consistent on hit, and the area tree root attack has way less startup frame, making it activate a lot quicker. But Hanami's curse technique too has had damage reduced at level 1 and level 2. Sukuna mains, hey, he's been nerfed, but the axe kick has been buffed. All right, that is a very good move right now. You can get a follow-up attack that does damage if you follow up the axe kick with the same button. He also gets more energy back for his reverse curse technique. And speaking of health, they did lower Sukuna'S health amount. If you're tired of getting hit by intimidation, they've reduced the time that you're stunned for when Sukuna uses his intimidation. His dismantle technique at level 2 and 3 have also been reduced, and Sukuna'S Fuga attack has way more recovery frames too. Yuta also got a slight buff, allowing for his plunging slash attack to activate quicker with fewer startup frames. Also, Rika's follow-up attack now bounces the opponent up so that you can get combos easier. They also buffed Yuta's sliding slash attack, making the move activate quicker, and the homing distance has increased significantly. Like, it's crazy how far you can go, and that homing just slides on. The final set of changes are from my boy Geto. Sometimes when playing as Geto, his auto combo wouldn't do damage depending on how many hits you got off, but now they fixed that issue and the Curse Spirit attack will do damage now. They also fixed his joint attacks, as sometimes it wouldn't actually bind the opponent at close range, and the angle of his draw-in attack has been increased vertically, as the tracking wasn't great when aiming at an opponent who was higher or below you. His Pillar of Light attack at level 2 and above have been made quicker. That was a lot of stuff covered, but pretty much sums up all the changes they made, so make sure to check through the patch notes that will be linked in the description below, and we'll see how this affects the meta going forward. The new characters are insane, and I will be covering the DLC, so keep your eyes peeled for those videos that are dropping soon. If you made it this far into the video, then smash the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the DLC videos. And if you want more Cursed Clash action, check out this video right here where you can see my initial reaction to the DLC